pit lane to soak up as much data as they can, just in case the conditions come qualifying or anything.
Closer for comfort with Lorenzo not racing in Burram and then also pulling out here. I thought Valentino,
his teammate Maverick Vinales, 16 further back is Lorenzo in 5th place, 2 further back is Cal Crutchlow in 6th. For later in this session, perhaps?
Absolutely, yeah. He's obviously relayed a message.
Yeah.
Track condition, you know, sometimes as you do one lap, you can see that it's not too far away from slicks.
Exactly the same motorcycle as everyone else out there on the Yamaha. There was earlier on
just Yamaha. That's what it is. It was not. You've got unlimited testing.
Back to the normal. Yeah, back to whatever.
But
I think that's good though. Actually, looking at that point, most of these guys, you know, during the course, through them.
Interesting, everyone's gone for the mediums with less risk. You go for the softs, but obviously the guys have seen with the grooves cut in them to disperse the water, that also it generates movement within the rubber, which generates
Carol Abraham. Oh, hang on. Down into turn 1, Abraham on. Here's Zarco about to launch himself up onto the top. He's only
last year. Marc Marquez on at the side of him. But outstanding performances from them too, obviously.
But since then, hasn't kind of worked out.
MotoGP rider and MotoGP Moto2, but I saw a little kind of Morbidelli t-shirt.
Wish I could. Oh, she is dying next to you. Don't look round, he'll put you on. 3rd time with Marc Marquez here at this racetrack. He's got it concluded. But we're looking to try and do
competitive. 5 times world champion, and he's almost equalled him 6 years beyond.
Here's something you're more familiar with, that you usually scurry around down in pit lane to sort out, JT. How come the development has gone this far? Why has it changed so much?
Well, it's between 600 and 800 degrees, the carbon fibre.
I think big difference. Unsprung weight, the weight of the wheel, the weight of the, you know, whatever is hanging on the other end of the first tested carbon fibre. I know I'm going to get a bit of a slap here from you two sitting beside me, because
and they're doing 50.
So the top 10's not going to be effective for qualifying.
They're 9 seconds off. Ooh, Danny Pedrosa got the wings on for the first.
But with the way the championship is at the moment, how competitive it is up front.
Into the intake and across, and it means that edge, that surface area for the wing is much larger than the area.
So there would have been 26 riders this weekend as well. It would have been a proper full grid, but with Jorge Lorenzo, very sad to hear that his healing process is basically not. So Tito Rabat, it looks like, won't be back. Jordi Torres has done a pretty good job though, hasn't he? Hitting it that one time, and then he chucked all his toys out the plan when he didn't get another go.
And the handlebars look really high on that thing as well.
Mementos in there, that's for sure. Bikes and the like. Moves himself up a further place or two. So
yeah, it was.
Didn't see anything of him. Top end on the upside down forks there as well now, running the Olins.
You don't get a chance to blink much when you're at these speeds, and at that slow motion there, it's going to be an easier day, isn't it, in these tricky conditions than it would be fully dry or fully wet maybe, but
hopefully every hair on your body standing on end. Maverick Vinales has given us a full lap of the twin ring mode. He's tried one, isn't it?
It is.
Have you had a go on one?
I haven't, no.
Oh, hang on, no, Colin must have had one.
But did the maximum torque is in the rev range. So it's really, really interesting to see where Maverick Vinales changed gear.
On board with these guys. We're Tom Luthi, the right-hander onto the straight as Valentino Rossi comes down pit lane. Time out on this pretty slippery racetrack. You can have all in
here. There's not much wind, like you say. There's not much sunshine, but the track surface and the asphalt is
as well. We're not outside, so we can't really see just quite how dry it is in place. The more drag on. Morbidelli still doing it over the top.
If Yamaha don't find something through the winter time, you might be factory Yamaha.
He's not getting a second-hand Yamaha. They're all going to be on the same A-grade Yamahas at the start of next year. That's already been decreed. But going to find out when he crosses the line. It's a tricky one, this, to really ascertain what anybody's trying to achieve.
Crash this morning in Moto2. We hope that I've not heard any updates as yet, so as soon as we hear something, they've had to narrow it down because there's a width restriction in the rules. You can only, there's more surface area of a wing when the whole of the fairing, when the fairing is narrower between it.
Wing as you possibly can. Marc Marquez. What a remarkable.
So it's a fair old margin, and you don't want to be You don't want to be going around the circuit 10 seconds.
As soon as tyre temperature drops in a slick tyre, it's got no grip at all. And up the road you go spectacularly. Lickens off, that's a long way. So despite the fact the track looks better,
yeah, well, there's more contact patch and then more grip to drive you forward.
Knocked another slick on it, yeah. Well, you saw what Jack did earlier on in the year on slicks. Where was that used off the track? Jack Miller in front of him though on slick tyres. 7 by Zarco, straight away 152.8 by Jack Miller, and that was just his first flying. It's a high contrast visor. We used to use them for clay pigeon shooting. These slicks, slotted some slicks in, if I could say that, at this time in the morning. It is
9 Keith, 50.9.
as we might have expected. Free practice 3 starts live tomorrow, Saturday morning, 1 AM.
So that's kind of him done, but
it
just shows you the difference.
Doesn't make any difference though for the top 10, which is the bit that counts, or unfortunately for some, back in qualifying 1.
Yeah, Jack Miller was 8th as well this morning, so there's nothing 9.
Tell you what, if he was doing a 47, I'd have been impressed.
Yeah, 49. So he will now know that his is probably maybe got a different setting for the damp, because obviously you've got a compromise between the wet setting or a similar feeling, and that's what you're looking for in these damp conditions.
Bradley Smith was held back this year with the damage to Mika Kallio, that crash that Mika had earlier on in the year. You've got to be in the 46s. There's nobody going to get near 46s. The flag is being made ready. We've got a minimum,
because you guys were talking about it, and I went and sorry, no, that was the KTM, wasn't it? Sorry.
I mean, I think that Zarco, Abraham, Lucci, Redding is down 297, so he is as quick as you can to actually pick up those extra few mile an hour by the end of it.
Danny, that's his first flying lap, and look at that left.
The improvement is Simeon's having a good ride round as well. No improvement from Redding or Petrucci. What if he rides that motorcycle home at night in that suit? He's got that shuddering wail past it. They didn't even retirement. It would be great, but the fact is, I think it's more to do with his brain than he's just about all year. 48.1. So Petrucci push line. Simeon again puts another personal best in. Scott Redding 48.
And even Dobby, obviously, which
only 18 riders out of the 25.
You've got to say that Dobby's.
They ask for their footage from Dorna. Dorna won't give.
Rosa was so far ahead at the end, he just timed it right to get the temperature in those slick tyres right at the end of the session.
Direct through to qualifying line 2.
Wow, it's actually come away.
Yeah,
the centre part.
Started to burn the middle out of it. You can see a great chunk. Has re-signed for LCR. That was announced this week. Everybody knew it was happening, but it just hadn't happened. So with combined times, Dobby's still on top. Gal Crutchlow, Johan Zarco. The top 10 will go Spargro, I should say, who is in 10th place. They would go through. Pedrosa, Red.
But you can see Scott Redding incredibly fast through that first sector. And it was all about the wee Danny Pedrosa, who Mark Marquez out there, but there were a few of the fast boys out there. Strangely, I saw that Valentino Rossi went out right. I assumed he was going to scrub them in. You sometimes see a rider who will